Hello, families. I am just getting the last of the props brought in. If you all are ready, that's great. If you have questions, please come up and ask them. Otherwise, I will let you know when we're ready to get this show on the road, okay? Okay. Yes, of course. It's your first time. All right. Yeah, let me pull out the examples. I have quite a few of them. Haven't had a chance to set up the table yet because you're not going to be the first people who have never had the sports pictures done before. So I like to set up the table with the pictures on it so people can look at them, and then if they have questions after, they can ask. But I have no problem assisting you. See, I've got everything organized in the binder here. Just need to figure out which pages I'm pulling out. I have some for different sports in here as well, so I just want to make sure I'm grabbing the right ones. Of course, the examples have from every sport, but we're looking at the baseball poses today. And I lost my place. Okay. All right. Thank you for hanging in there with me. Normally there's more than one of us, but we couldn't find a backup person, nor could we reschedule, so we are just rolling with the punches here. I'll just be here a little bit longer than usual. Alright, so I hope you're able to see all these correctly. I know there's a glare from the lighting in here, and who knows, probably something else, but do you want me to go over everything? Okay. Hopefully those don't slide around in these things. Okay, so you may have seen on other examples, or maybe from friends' kids' pictures, I don't take every picture of the sports around here, but I have taken a fair bit of them, and a lot of the, like the couple default poses that we do are the same across the board. So these are going to be the traditional pose. I like to have a variety of the kids on here. We've got a lefty, we've got the girls, of course, have to include them. They don't just play softball. And then, you know, the different ages to show what they look like among there, because the little kids look a little bit different in the photos compared to the older kids. So I like to have examples of all of them. And then this is, like I said, the default shot. I have these labeled, well, the company has them labeled as 1A, 1B, 1C. This is what we normally do, but because this is a private session at the beginning with the specific, I think we have a couple like full teams here, but I know that some of you requested more time with the children to do like very, very detailed pictures. So this is what the other options are, and it doesn't have to be in front of the jersey either. I know that some teams or even the parents like to be able to see the logo on the tops, so sometimes I just have them lower the mitt if that is a choice that you would like to make for a photo pose. And I see that you have your players here. They're on the same team. Perfect. Okay. We do offer buddy shots as well. Those are, of course, what they sound like, where you can have all of your kids, or if your kid has a best friend on their team or another team, take pictures together of them. So I can show you those examples if you're interested in that as well. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. Yes, because you are paying for the private spot too, so yep, all the detail will be taken. So you can look at these if you'd like, and we can write down what you choose. I'll pull out the order forms in a second, but I'll give you a chance to look at everything. And then they can be a little confusing, so if you need my help filling it out, I can do that for you. Oh wait, I didn't show you the ones on the back. I forget that I've done them front and back. These are other poses. This is labeled 2. This is basically pose 1, but the full body shot, if you would like that. And today we do have the backdrops in here. The field is probably going to be mowed out there, so we don't want any chance of, like, while we're on the baseball diamond, that a mower is going by in the back. So we're just doing the indoor photos, and then they're gonna go play the game outdoors when we're done in here. So we can do shots out there. It could just be iffy, but okay, yeah. And the backdrops, I'm not sure if you can see them all here. There may be one in view behind me. We have a couple different ones that you can choose from. Also, some of these are backdrops, not on scene, so that if that makes you feel a little bit better about how they look. Okay. And yeah, so again, this is just farther away. Full body if you want or like that, prefer it. This is pose 3. I tried to get them as big as I could on the paper without having to print all individual examples, so I hope you can see them well enough. This is pose 4, pose 5. I don't have too many people picking pose 5 unless they are specifically a picture, or we have options to do like 3 pictures on a panoramic image of your child to do like featuring everything they do. But I don't get or see too many orders for that one. It just seems kind of busy to me personally. You have to really like that look to want that. It's a bit over the top. Okay, now this is where I was trying to go. This is pose 6. Again, I have 2 examples. We have a little bit of an older gentleman here, and then a little bit of a younger gal there. And again, to show the size difference, height difference. She's a little bit shorter, and he's a little bit taller. I don't remember the age groups that these were, so I can't tell you specifically to give you a height idea, but I'm hoping that you can kind of gauge that. So that's just an example. And then this shot 7, baseball bat and mitt, and it's a little bit of a stance where I'll get kind of low with the camera so that the child is kind of like looking down at it. You can kind of see what I'm talking about here, where it's just a different angle for a photo. Then we have shot 8. This one is quite popular, especially when I have the families coming to do the more in-depth private sessions like you are today. Just a little bit more time posing and getting everything great, looking good for the image. Because sometimes I'll pose someone and it'll look good to me, but when I hold up the camera, the angles of the bat and everything are off. So it's just a little bit more detail with that kind of shot. And of course, if a parent does request that, you don't need to do the private ones every year if you choose not to, or with every sport. We can swap it for that specific image if you're getting like one picture taken and you'd rather have that one done. and you know that's what you want, no problem doing that as well, because it's your first time, so I'm just gonna explain these things in case you feel like you have to do this private one every time. It's not necessary, but I like everyone to know that. Okay, we are on shot 9. Oh, hi, it's good to see you again. Yes, are you having a good year? Oh, good. You winning a lot of games? Good, good. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. All right. So, shot 9. This one is really nice. This one can be done in front of the green screen. Sorry, I recognize families from years prior. Can be done in front of the green screen. The blur we do at for the back of the image kind of hides it, unless of course you have like pictures on that same backdrop from years prior and you know what it is. It's if you're picky about it or not, really, it's totally understandable. But I hope I'm using the right wording. I'm a little frazzled, out of breath. Otherwise, outdoor is good for this. Again, we'll just have to wait, but I get nervous when we do. I try to do all of the indoor ones first, and then I'll have everybody go out in the order in which that I took their pictures originally and try to keep them in order, but I've just not just with me, but bringing them back to the office where everybody processes the stuff, it can get a little jumbled up and things can get kind of crossed. We've had pictures of the wrong children showing up halfway through a package, even though, you know, when they're printing that, you can see that's not the same family. It's a bit of a mess, so I try to do them all indoor if I can. Otherwise, you are able to schedule like private sessions outside of the league, scheduling them, you know. You can come to the office or we can do on site. Those do cost more, of course, if you're not picky about it. Maybe I'm going into too much detail, but I just like to inform everyone because I feel like not all of the other photographers and assistants make everyone aware of all that, even though I am solo today, so I have to do all of that today. So yeah, looks good outdoors. As you can see, the tree line is blurred. It can be in front of any tree line. It can be in front of the caging for the field. It can be on the field, just outside of the field, like literally anywhere is good for that. I try to set up in one general spot. There's a fuzz in there, I'm so sorry. And take these pictures, but yeah, sorry for the long-winded explanation. All right, then we have pose 10 here. This is also pose 10. Again, they're holding the bat in opposite hands. I just assume that I didn't take all of these images for the company, but I just assume that they're keeping the bat in the hand, like the dominant hand of the child. So yeah, we have an example here of this lovely young lady, and she's got, you can use your own bats if you brought your own bats. Otherwise, I have a nice Louisville Slugger that we use. But she's got her bat there, and this is a backdrop for this one. This is also a backdrop for this one. And yeah, just a kind of over the shoulder, no big deal kind of shot. It can be serious, it can be, you know, smiling as he is there. And it kind of depends child to child how they stand. As you can see, she is more straight on, where he's on a bit of an angle. However they stand with the bat and feel most comfortable is kind of what I go off of, so that is why the shot is not the exact same from one to the other, but it's the same pose. So I work with each of the children just to make them feel the best they can and the most comfortable, because I know it can be awkward having somebody random taking your pictures. It's common, you know, in school to have somebody take your picture, but you're really just sitting there for school pictures, where with these it's more like you're posing your whole body, and then, you know, and I try to make everybody feel the most confident they can when they're up there. I know that some kids, people, insecure about different things, but there's no worries here. No worries from me. I try to do the best I can with everybody, and they usually come out smiling. Sometimes the parents standing in the background say some things that I feel like shoot their kids down, and it's really sad. But I do my best to make everybody feel confident here, so I'm just so happy that, you know, you're here with me as the photographer today. I will take all the time, and you were first in line from what I could see, so I can take you all back first and do your pictures. Okay? Okay, so we'll finish up with this, and then I'll handle if anybody else has questions, and then we'll get you back there. All right. And it will just be us in that portion of the room, nobody else watching. I don't, especially with the private ones, I don't like to do that. There's too much commotion. I'm a bit of a talker. I'm sorry. I get a little nervous myself, and I think I just talk to fill air sometimes, but here is the buddy shot options we have. Now, of course, if you have your own idea for any of these, want to change anything, sometimes I come up with different things as well, but I will check with you before I just assume something, because you can pick the pose you want, but sometimes people are just like, just do a buddy picture. The prices aren't different, but a lot of the time people will go for this one. The photographers will go for this one, or just families will go for that one. And then year to year, parents get tired of it because you have like the same picture in the frame. It's just they're a little bit older, but sometimes you want variation, variety. So I can mix it up, but if you do like that, we can do that. And I've not done too many of these, especially with older kids. This is more like I see a lot of the younger kids, families wanting that. This as well. This is good for the Pee-wee baseball, and sometimes up until middle school kids. I know the high school kids aren't too into doing poses like that anymore and want to look cool and serious, you know. So these are options that we do but don't always do, and this does look better outside on the field, because or on the diamond, the baseball diamond, because you get the actual home plate and the sand and everything. We can do it indoors on a green screen. It's just, I feel like it's really noticeable, even with photoshopping, the difference between it. That's just me personally. I don't have an example of it done on the green screen here, but we've done other shots of like the whole team. There will be a team photo too. You can purchase that if you do want that, but you don't have to. Sometimes we do extra team photos where everybody's got their hand on the baseball bat in the center. We'll do that on a green screen if the weather's bad. And we will set up a baseball diamond. We will put everybody's hands on the bat in the center. I don't think we're going to do that today. This league doesn't ask me to do that too much, or ask the company to do it too much, from what I know. But yeah, everybody usually puts their hands in on that, and because of the different shadows from the angles, we try to light the best we can from above and like the sides to remove shadows. But there's always something that's not quite right, in my opinion. So I try not to do those indoors. This, I would say, is worth doing outdoor. We just have to make sure we have the right packet and everything together when we go to write that down. So this is if you've got 3 kids, it's pretty much this shot, but with the 3 of them, or the friend group, whatever. And we can make it larger, of course. If there's 4, 5, we try to do size shortest in the front, tallest in the back, and it can be more zoomed out, of course. If there's more kids, you just lose a lot of the detail that you get with the close-up images. So 1, like I said, is the go-to image for the buddy shots. 2 is just a different version of that one. It involves the mitt over the bat, as you can see, and that one's just taken, it looks like it's taken in a dugout. Dugouts are great places for shots too, if there's ever a time you do a more in-depth session. So yeah, different options there. Okay, yeah, with these I can definitely mix them up. I'll have to see how it looks when I have both of the kids in front of the green screen. Sometimes it does look better with both bats, but if one's a righty, one's a lefty, or however it works out, I can make it work with a bat and a mitt. Sometimes we do include the ball. I've seen with kids about the same height, even these 2 would do this shot okay. One of them can hold the baseball out, like, it's kind of hard for me to show you here because we're so close, but like out in front of them, so it's like in between them, kind of. There's all sorts of things we can do to incorporate, you know, the bat, the mitt, and the ball. But, you know, we'll see. And you'll be there. You'll be standing there watching, of course, to give your opinion. I would always like to hear from the parents if they have opinions. Otherwise, a lot of the time, the parents say they trust the judgment of the photographer and just kind of let me do whatever. And then there are parents that step in a bit too much, you know, and it makes everybody a little bit anxious and nervous. So I will actually leave the examples in front of you here, and I'll pull out the order form, and then we can go over different items if you don't just want prints. So let me pull out, I will need an order form per child. I know they're on the same team and everything, but just to keep their names with their photo, because we number them. I wouldn't want, because sometimes names get printed on the photos. I wouldn't want, you know, that child's name being put on their siblings' picture and then everybody being like, that's not right. Because I know not everyone can afford redos or reprints like the full order. So here is the order form. I've got the 2 here, if you wouldn't mind. Down here is the information. It's got school if we were to be doing school sports photos, so you don't have to fill that out. Just do the sport, the level, and the coach, and then everything else here, and we'll get to that. And I know the both of you are here, so if one of you wants to do one and the other does the other, that would be fine. So I'll hand those to you. There are clipboards on the table if you need them, and extra pens. So just fill out that information that I don't know, and then I can go ahead and help you fill out the coding for the packages, okay? Because that does get a little confusing. So the packages we have, which I'll go over them, and of course if it's distracting because I know you're writing while I'm talking, just ask me again if you need it. Package 1 is the most expensive package. It has all-in-ones, which are I believe our plaque. Across these things they're called different items because we are switching our examples up. So I have the older examples here. So the all-in-one would include the individual picture, the team picture, and then it normally has like the year and the league and whatever sport it is. It features that ball or something from the sport. So that is what that is. It's got all that. And then you could get a 3x14 individual impact print, which is the... I'm not sure I have that example actually. The impact print has their name on it and kind of has a bit more editing to the photo to make it more dramatic. So it's, again, it's okay if you like the over-the-top kind of additive stuff to make it seem more of an intense photo. But I believe you can swap stuff out if you want to in the package, as long as it's equal to or less than the value of the original thing you're swapping. So then it also has, oh sorry, it has 2 all-in-ones. So I think that's one for you and one for the child to keep, or one for you and a grandparent, or however you want to disperse these things. There's 2 of the 5x7 individual pictures, 1 of the 8x10 team photos, and then 16 wallets and 2 4-inch buttons. So I can show you those on the like extras thing over there. Package 2, kind of the same deal, 3-inch button and only 1. Oh, the team photos 5x7. So as you can see, it's kind of the same thing as you go along. The differences here, so like 1 and 2 are similar, but 1 has the bonus individual digital file, so you're able to print more of those later on. Package 3, all-in-one, 2 5x7 individual, 4 wallets, 1 photo magnet, so that is the flat, flimsier kind of magnet. We do have higher quality button magnets and such. That one though is going to be with that flimsy fridge magnet that you've seen probably in the past, or like they make frames out of them to stick over pictures. That is what that one is. I just like to disclose that. And then 2 of the 3-inch buttons. 4, it's similar, just one of the buttons. 5 is the team photo, an individual, and 8 wallets. It's a decent package. This is what a lot of people do, especially when they don't need all the extras. And the wallets they just disperse amongst their family. And then 6 is the all-in-one. It is the team and individual on the 8x10 print. So the ones in the higher packages come on the plaques. The one in 6 is just on a printed photo sheet. And that one has 4 wallets. And then our add-ons that you can add however many you want, those are listed here. Let me point out some of the ones that people get a little confused about or don't know what they are. A lot of them are self-explanatory, of course. But we've got the 2 different sizes of the buttons. The 4-inch one is personalized. You can have their name and the year put on there. There is a 6-inch round cling that is new. That's kind of, how do I explain it? It's kind of like window cling material, so you could stick it to a car window. You could stick it to a window at home, a mirror, stuff like that. And got different photo magnet sizes there for you to look at. The impact print, like I said, is the one that has a lot more, like there's like lightning bolts added to it and bright, just additives, bright additives, and their name and the year and like this epic lettering. I really, I'll have to let them know it's not on this example here. I don't think it's on the other one either. Yeah, because those are still the older ones. They've kind of started taking away the stuff to swap it out, but not yet. Not yet with that. But if you were to Google an impact print, I think you would know what I'm talking about. We also have yard signs now. I know people like to put their students, their child's picture in the yard. That's iffy for me personally, but I'm not the one buying it. It is a picture of your child and then their name and the year and the league they're in. So that kind of isn't safe, honestly. But I've seen different yard signs put out front in people's yards. So that is what that is. And it is weather resistant. There are premium ones. There's a blanket. You can have your child put on a blanket, or the buddy image of the both of them put on a blanket. There is a 12-inch wall cling that is like the window cling, except for it will stick to any surface. There's a vinyl banner, 3 by 6 feet in size. There are also add-ons for the team photo. You can get it in a 5 by 7 or the 8 by 10. We also have the 12-inch statuette, which I think we have, or no, that's on our other one. Darn it. The statuette is pretty much your child cut out of the image and put on a piece of acrylic, and then it comes with a stand, and it'll have their name on it, but it won't have all the stuff going on in the background. It'll just be like them with the baseball bat, or however, you know, whatever picture you pick for that one. And then we have the trading cards as well. You get 16 of them when you order this one, and you will fill out the information on the back of the paper. There's no dedicated spot for it on these, but you just fill it out because we'll look at, you chose Q, and we'll check the back of the paper. And yeah, so those are fun for the team to trade around if everybody does that. And I think that's everything on here. The buddy pictures can be put on anything. You just have to specify that you want the buddy on it. We just put a B next to any of them that you want the buddy photo on. And then I will be recording the buddy photo information on the back of one of the forms. And I'll have to write on the back of the other one or on the front of the other one that it's on so-and-so's form. Okay. That's a lot of explanation. I'm so sorry. And then there's another paper. Actually, because I have these, sometimes we don't have these. Because I have the buddy photo package sheet, you can fill this one out as well. And then I will clip them together. I'll keep them all clipped together. That'll make everything easier. So, yeah, the packages, there's different packages on here that you can specifically mark for this. But like I said, if you want something from the other one done with the buddy photo, just put a B next to it. And this one has some different things, which I can show you on this example. There's a mug, there's a ceramic star. I'm not sure that's on here. It's a star with the photo on it. Everything's gonna have the photo on it. Yeah, fridge magnets. I'm trying to see. There's keychains available as well. Different kinds of mugs, latte mugs, coffee mugs, travel mug, commuter mug. Just sorry, I have a tickle in my throat. There's mouse pads. There are also iPad covers. You need to specify the iPad you have if you want a cover. Those can... There's a lot of mess ups with those orders. I'm just going to say that. So that might not be something you want to deal with. So here's this. Please put both of their names on this and I will clip everything together. I'll just clip it all together. And then you can choose on there to have it shipped to your home, sent to the league, and then the league will collect all the team photos and split them up by the teams, and then the coaches will get them and disperse them when they are in. Okay? All right. So I see that you filled out the rest of the info on this. Let me grab my clipboard and I'll help you out here. And then I'll just do a quick run through the examples. So this is one form we have. This one's easier to look at than the other one because this has a different form on the bottom of it. But that also has different packages on it, and they're not the ones we're currently providing. That's where it can get a little confusing. So, yeah, they all have what they are underneath them. Again, iPhone case. This is showing an iPhone 6. You'd have to specify the iPhone you have, and even that can get messed up. So just, I know I'm not supposed to tell you not to buy things, but that's iffy. It's always iffy. It's always iffy. Let's see. There's a set of 2 laser magnets. So these ones are the ones that are cut out and more fancy. They used to be done on buttons, but they're looking like they're going to die cut them. So that's good. And then this is a Memory Mate. This is more specifically shaped, so it'll have what the all-in-one has. But it's shaped like the Sport. So that one is a little bit more because it is not just printed on something or added to a plaque. License plate covers, the big tickets. Chalkboard, this is new. This is quite nice, especially if you work in an office and you want to display your child's photo. You also have a chalkboard. Calendar magnet, dry erase, same thing. I just think that border looks nicer on that. Personally, I like to share my thoughts, but do whatever you want. This is a reflection print. It's just a duplicated print back here with the info, their name and year. Koozie. Oh, here's a statuette. This is an example of one. So that is printed on acrylic and the background's cut out. It's just like it keeps whatever is at the bottom to stabilize it, of course, but it's done tastefully. Mouse pad. There are press tickets here. Some of the different, there's a water bottle, travel mug, just as examples. With these kinds of things, it is just the picture placed onto that item. And then what's down here? Oh, this is if you want to thank the coach, but you can... Oh, no. We do have the plaque options. They're not shown here, but they're similar to these. These ones say thank you, coach. Could you imagine if a whole team bought those for their coach individually? That coach would have, what, 15 plaques of the same year. I hope they coordinate that before they do that, you know? But this is some of the examples. My explanation's almost done. I hear you listening in over there. Did you have a question? Yes, so I know it's confusing. The letters are up here, okay? And then they're also down here. So the numbers are for the packages. The letters are for the individual add-ons. You just put the number of how many you want next to the letter, okay? Okay, great. And then please specify on there somewhere the poses you want done if there are different ones on the examples that you want. Okay, good, you remember. Okay. This kind of self-explanatory. The packages, again, ignore these prices. They're not what's on the paper you filled out. It just shows you a visual of all the things you could get in case you needed to picture it. And then here's the plaque. The plaque only is the individual, so it's an all-in-one, but it's on a plaque. Individual, and then the team. And then there's the Pro magnets here, the Pro buttons, and the 5x7 Pro individuals. Those come on a different, well, I think they don't come on them. They come in the kind of photo protector folder things, you know, that you can slide it in and it has the frame on it. Yeah. So those are just generic. They have the year and probably the league. We try to match the border of it to the color of the child's uniform. Okay, good. So there's those examples. If you want to see those a little bit closer, you can kind of picture what some of these things are. I get it. It's fine. You got the buddy one all filled out. Perfect. I again will clip these together. Let me put them on the clipboard together. My fingers are just not working with me today. There we go. Okay, so did you decide what poses you wanted? Okay. Okay, you want one for 1A. All right, for... Okay. Sorry, I'm checking my cheat sheet here for what they look like. Okay. So you want the zoomed out one then too? Okay. And we're going over one child at a time. Okay, so 1A, 2. You'll do 3, 4 as well. Eight and 9. Okay, yes, of course I can do all of these. Are you choosing? Okay, so the packages you're doing then are yeah, so the digital file then, that will include all of the individuals that we take for this one child. Okay, all right. So we're going to do package 1. And then yeah, so we don't have the example for the one I was talking about where it's like 3 of them put together on the panoramic. I think honestly if you googled it again, that kind of stuff will show up. It'll be 3 different poses on one panoramic, so we'll remove the background that they're on and put them on like a bigger one. If you want individual prints of that, you can do that. B, option B here, I'll give you mine because I know I have your forms right now. Here's the example of that. B is 2 4x5s of those individuals, and I can specify which ones we are doing those for on here, unless you want that for every pose you do. Then I'll make notes of what I need to do here. Yeah, the wallets, they are going to be all the same picture printed on there. That's just how it is done at our, I was going to say at our factory, at our printing press. Yeah, it's just a program. They plug it in and it puts it all on, puts them all in the one. So it would be like a bunch of wallets of a bunch of different ones if you did that. You'd have to order them all individually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 different poses. If you're looking to give things away, then you could actually do more than one package if you wanted. But it'll get expensive. But I assume that you are, willing to spend whatever for this. Okay. So pose 1 you will get anyway in the package you picked. So we're doing package 1 for both. 1 for both. Okay. And then let's see, so you need 5 of B to do that, because that comes with 2 of each of them, where the 5x7 and the 8x10 are 1 print each. So if you're trying to get the most out of this to kind of give them to different family members and such, the 4x5s would be probably the best option here, because you'll get 2 of each of the other poses. Or of course, if you're keeping them for yourself to do whatever, like if you both work in an office, display them in your cubicle, such like that. Okay, so you're going to do 5 Bs then for both of them. Great. Just take care of that now, and we'll worry about the other poses in a moment. Okay, anything else personalized? Yes, there are. So this number here, that shows you the amount you're getting. So there will be 2 photo magnets if you do that. So 1 for each of you. Okay. So you'll do that then too? All right. Each one of those. And was there anything else you wanted? Oh yeah, the buddy photo. Let me write buddy. And what did you want for the buddy photo? So that then you could do, I would say package 5 would give you the best deal with that, because it'll come with, oh wait, no, not package 5. Sorry, that's a team. I thought it was an individual. So that would be another team photo, and you don't need 3 of those. Let's see. And you don't want the buddy photo on an all-in-one. So 8 by, what you could do, like I said earlier, is we could swap out the team photo here for an 8x10 individual, because they are the exact same price, because it's the same size photo and paper and everything. So we'll do a package 5, and I won't put that on both of them, it just needs to be on one of them. And that one will be I'll put a star next to that one. Okay. I wrote a 5 in the package thing. So you want individual 8 by 10 instead of team. All right. Would you mind adding that up for me while I do the poses for the second child? Just go ahead and put the total, so yeah, you're just multiplying it, so it'll be 90 for the one, 26 for the other, and then B, because you're getting 5 of those. Oh, can I see that? I need to make a note, actually. Each individual package B. Different pose. All right. Okay, now if you could do that. Thank you. And so that'll be the same here. Let me write that before I forget. Different pose. This is why we do these private ones, because when it comes to the whole team coming up, when I do all the individuals for the teams and everything before we do the team shot, if I have somebody asking me all these questions and going this into detail with stuff, with the whole team here, it holds up everything. As you can see, we've probably been talking for quite some time now, huh? Yeah. Okay. And then did I make another note? The buddy orders on that one. So which poses did you want for your other child there? So we're going to do 1B. Two. Those are going to be similar. All right, and then you're going to do different ones. Okay. My cheat sheet's missing. Okay, instead you're going to do 6, 7. I said 6, 7. Don't let the kids hear. And 10. All right. And something else I offer is to do the eye black under the eyes. We can do that for all of them. If you want them for some of them, you can do that. I also make sure I take time to fix their hair and do all of that. So this is a very in-depth shoot today. All right, so for some of them, yeah, if you need to look at the examples, I can go ahead. Yeah, they will have time to wash it off because the rest of the team won't be here for a little while still. I think I have like, what, 20 families that did the private session beforehand. I know they've got games coming up. Some of them, because a lot of the teams will be here today, some of them will be playing ball before they come back to get their pictures done, if that helps clear that up. Yeah. So it's a good thing Oh, their game. Okay, so it is in 2 hours then? Okay. So, yeah, it's a good thing that you got them done now, because the kids who come after they've played have the red cheeks, their hair's all whatever, you know? And I really appreciate the parents who bring the hairbrush and everything to fix their hair, because especially today, I'm all by myself. If I had an assistant, they would help do that, but it's a lot of responsibility, and I can't fix everybody's hair all the time, so. But yeah, so they'll have time to wash off the eye black in time for the team photo. That team photo will just be after their game. Yeah, so if you need to fix up their hair, I do have some stuff with me. I may not be accessible at that time, but if they've got their hats, yeah, that kind of helps too. Okay, so you want the eye black for the last few. All right, here, I'll give you this one. If you could tally this up, get the total on that, and I'll write the eye black on this one. And of course, I'll ask your opinion when we're going over it. In there. And I will do the buddy shot last, so they will have the eye black on for that photo. Is that okay? All right. So that's on this one, right? Okay, great. Yep, I'll just take that. And kids, we can go ahead and go this way. We will be going into this room, this section over here that they've got set up for us. Tried to block it off as best I could from everybody else, because I know kids like to poke fun. So we should be separated over here. If you'll all just follow me this way, we can get started. And of course, if anybody has questions as we're going, please ask and I can answer. And then I will clip, I think my paper clip's already over there. I will clip everything together when we're done with the session, okay? All right. If any other families are ready, please line up over here. There are some chairs for people to sit in to wait. Otherwise, just line up in an orderly fashion. Please take your time with the forms if you have questions, if you could help each other. I am the only one here today doing the photos, the questions, and the assistant work, the positioning and everything. So, yeah, if you could all kind of help each other if you've done this a couple times in a row and you know what's going on. Otherwise, when you come in, just ask and we can get it sorted then, okay? All right. Yep. You guys come this way. All right, sweetie, come on over. You're just going to stand on the feet that are on this mat on the floor, okay? Yep, if you're right-handed, you stand on the yellow ones, and if you are left-handed, you stand on the blue ones, okay? Okay. Perfect. So, let's see. Let's take off your hat real quick. We'll fix your hair. Just the stuff that you'll see in the front. I'm sorry about the lawn mowing sounds. Apparently they are making the field nice and fresh for you guys when you go out to actually play today. I know you're here early. Let's see. I've got a brush. Okay. Just gonna brush out your hair here. So we picked out a couple of different poses for you, correct? Okay, so that means we're going to be doing some slight movements here and there, adjustments and things, and I wouldn't say too many actually. Some of these poses just require you to stand in the same spot, but we're just going to move the upper body a little bit. So let's see here. So we definitely want your hat on in pose 1 and 2. I think we want them on in all of it. Yeah, if there's any that you or your parent want with the hat off, we can take it off. We can also like hang it on the loop in your pants. We could hang it off the baseball bat at different times, but it's totally up to you. I understand just wanting to do the usual. Just keep it on your head, but there's a variety of different options we have. So for pose 1, let me see about doing a little bit of the styling paste. Just gonna keep everything down here and nice where we want it. I know I personally have the issue of like little pieces of my bangs wanting to be in front of my eyes at different times, so we're just gonna kind of stick them where we want them and hope they don't do that. I don't think you'll see them in the pictures from what I've seen in the past, but if there's any close-ups you can kind of tell if there's a hair in the wrong place, but we can fix that. There's Photoshop and everything, we can gently remove it. Okay, so that is done there. We just comb it through so there's nothing looking too stiff. Want everything to look nice and natural. And then I'll do a little bit of this one. Okay. Do you have any questions or concerns? Okay. I'm gonna gently just place these. You know what? Let's put the hat on first, and then I'll move those around and make sure they're out of the way. You've got your hat. Just gonna put that on you there. Sorry. And you can be just relaxed right now as I'm doing this. I know I have you standing on the feet, so you probably feel like you have to stand a certain way. I know I did when I was being trained on how to pose for these things. So then we want these ones just gently on your forehead, not right in your eyes. There we go. Okay. Perfect. So pose 1 is the bat on the shoulder. You've got the bat here. I just need you to kind of hold it naturally. I'm a lefty, so this is how I would hold it, like this, and then I'll kind of rotate your body as I need to get you at the right angle for the picture, okay? Okay, and if you want to have the Louisville Slugger showing, you can. Otherwise, you can spin it around. And just let me know your preference, because if you want it like this without the logo on it, then I'll just make sure it's not showing. Okay, so there's that. Go ahead and let me hand it to you that way. That one's kind of a heavy one. So yeah, go ahead and put it up on the shoulder. Good, and we're gonna kind of bring it naturally to sit like your hands. You want them kind of in the center of your chest there, but we don't want to be too stiff, so just relax your arms all loosey-goosey, relax them, and then just as if you were going up to bat. I know when I say that people like to do this then, but just kind of where you would hold it, and then we'll relax your elbows there. Very good, very good. And I'm going to turn you slightly. I'm going to turn you, I'm trying to show you this way, okay? Because we want the right angle of the bat there, and I'm just going to tip it a little bit so it's in frame. Good. That looks good. And then we're going to definitely do the verticals, of course. Horizontals are an option if you want to have their name or so put next to it. So I will take both directions. Let me grab the camera. I've got everything else set up, but I have the camera left over here. Sorry about that. You are the first one up, so bound to forget something. Doing okay? All right, just stand still. I'm gonna fix the hat a little bit. We want to see the logo a little bit more. Is that still comfortable on your head? Doesn't feel too awkward? Okay, great. And then go ahead and look right at me. Very good. And get your big smile out. We're gonna take the first one, okay? Ready? Good. Chin down just a little bit. Here, let's go. Right there, and then angle your head a little bit up. Good, good. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Do we want a horizontal in case? Okay. So go ahead and keep that pose. We're just gonna do it one more time. Yep, keep your chin down just a hair there. And then just bring the bat a little bit, like pull it down towards you just a hair because you're relaxing and it moved. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3. Great. Okay. Let me put it down. I'm going to be turning it on and off, so hopefully it doesn't die on us. But so pose 2 is the further away version, which is basically just me moving, but we are going to angle your legs a little bit differently because when we're doing the torso up, well, not even the torso, we're like doing hip up kind of with that shot. So with this one, we want your legs to be a little bit more like naturally apart as if you were going to bat again. Just don't do the stiff elbows, okay? Just relax again, but kind of fix the legs how you would be batting, okay? Good. Fix the hat again. I'm going to kind of tap it down on your head because it's coming up off. There we go. And then I'll just fix that. Okay. And the bat, just bring it in a little bit again. And elbows out just slightly. Okay, great. I probably could have kept the camera on for that, huh? And then you do need to rotate your hips a little bit more because I don't want too much of the straight on. Some of them, the kids were standing more straight on in the examples than in others, but it looks more natural and angular if you angle just a little bit more. Okay, thank you. And vertical for that for sure. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's try that again. Do a smile real big. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. You're such a natural at this. Turn that off. So you wanted pose 3 as well. So that one is going to be slightly different. I am going to have you stand on the opposite feet now. I know it's the turning because you're used to, you do the mirrored of me, correct? Yeah, yeah, okay. So you are going to stand on the opposite feet, and we want the bat, can I show you? Oops, sorry, I know you set it down. Want the bat over your shoulder, and we're going to angle it a bit more than you normally would. Okay, we're going to put it right about there, and then your other arm is just going to dangle down to the side, and you're going to have like a power stance pretty much. So you want this front leg out farther. Okay, good. We don't want the elbow up and out, we want it just relaxed, little bit of an angle on the elbow, not too much. Okay, and then you're just gonna have your other arm hanging there, and you're gonna slightly angle and look at me like this. So just mirror what I'm doing, okay? Great. Good. And let me hand you the bat so that you can put it up on your shoulder. Got it? Okay, careful swinging it up. I'll get this ready. Just fix that again a little bit, and then we're going to angle the bat right there. Good. And then we're going to a little bit more of an angle here on the shoulders, okay? And then just naturally let the hand hang down. Don't fist it. Don't try to make it look natural in any way, because trying to make it look natural makes it not natural. So just like as if you were standing there talking to your buddies, letting your hand just hang, kind of thing, okay? Good. Okay. Ready? And this is a little bit more of a distant shot as well. There we go, it's focusing. Okay, you can look serious if you want to, or you can smile. Either one's fine. You try serious? Okay. You want me to take one of both? Okay, I'll do one of both. Okay, let's do serious first. If it would focus. Okay. I had it and I lost it. There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay, and now smile. Parents' request. 1, 2, 3. Great. Okay. And then, so we're gonna have you, I'll just leave that on. It's probably gonna make a bunch of different sounds, trying to adjust. But we'll keep your legs in that same position. And instead of the bat being on the shoulder, here, let me show you again. Thank you. You're going to have it in your hands like this. And we can kind of have you choke up on it right about here, okay? And you're just going to hold it in front of you with that same kind of power stance that we're doing here. Just naturally holding it there. And again, we can do we can do a serious, sorry, I'm so used to saying do silly ones for the groups. Do a serious one, and then we can do one of you smiling, okay? I know it's kind of a juxtaposition having you smile with such a power stance look, but yeah, so go ahead and place that there, and then we can get it adjusted correctly. Okay. All right, so yeah, bring your hand up a little bit more on the, yep, there you go. And then not right at the top and not too low on it, but somewhere in the middle of the upper part of the bat. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna move your hand slightly. And then we're gonna angle it just there. Okay, and your bangs are still moving somehow. Let me use the little comb here. We'll just straighten them out, but keep them out of your eyes. Okay. And let's get that ready. And we'll do serious and then smiling. Okay? Same thing, we're doing vertical. It's gotta focus again here. Okay, let me see that. There we go. 1, 2, 3. It took a moment. Okay. And then the smiling one. 1, 2, 3. Very good. What was our next pose here? Okay, so pose 8 and 9. You wanted the eye black under the eyes? Okay, so let's put that on. Try not to get it all over me. Okay. And okay. So go ahead and you can relax the bat and everything. Okay, go ahead and look up. I just want to put a little bit of this under your eyes here. And I don't want you to feel like I'm putting it in your eye. Okay. Just a little bit more. Good. All right. So there's that. So 8 and 9. Let's see, that was... Okay, this is going to involve the bat and the ball. For this next one, so we're going to have you put, let's see, so stand back on the original feet. Thank you. I'm going to have you put the bat over your shoulder like this, and you're gonna be on a little bit more of an angle than you initially were. Grab the ball. Okay, so we got the ball, and again, if we don't want logos, I'll make sure they're spun, but you're gonna hold it up like this and kind of want it like so, okay? All right, I know I don't have the little pictures out for you, but there's that. So go ahead and get that placed on your shoulder, and then I'll worry about the ball. All right. Good. All right, let's move it. It's going to be a little bit different than initially how we had you for angle and everything. And then let's see. Go ahead and put your other hand up. And I'll place the ball in it. I think my camera shut off. All right, there's that. And now I need you a little bit more angled. So turn your torso again a little bit more. Good. And then we're going to move the ball up here and the bat down there. Okay. And don't look at me straight on. We're going to have you do side, slightly turn, good, and then eyes towards me. Very good. Okay. Very good. Okay, bring the chin back a little bit. Good, and tip down slightly. And I'm going to move the bat back a little bit. Great. Okay, ready? Hold it right there. 1, 2, 3. Great. Now let's do a smile. I know we're doing some serious and smiling. Okay, ready? Big smile here. This one's gonna be a good one. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Oh, that's great. Okay, so pose 9. That one's different. It's going to involve the mitt. Let me see. I need to pull that up. It is... Okay, so I'm going to need to take the bat again. Thank you. And you were a righty, so let's put that glove on here. I have all these extra baseballs and softballs that I need to move out of the way. I'm gonna have this on the end of the bat, like so. And then you're going to stand on those same feet, but I need you to face the green screen, okay? Yeah, okay. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna place this up on your shoulder, okay? Like so. All right, and it is backwards. We want the mitt hanging off of your shoulder, so I am going to just fix that. And yeah, just in the middle of it you can hold it. Great. And let me angle you here. And what you're going to do is you're going to look over your shoulder at me, okay? And I may have to angle you slightly more because I know not everyone's necks can do like a decent spin to look at the camera, because nobody's head's supposed to spin around, okay? All right, so I know it's a little uncomfortable probably, so go ahead and try to turn to look at me. Okay, all right, and let me fix the hat again. Good. And go ahead and angle your body a little bit more. Go ahead and rotate a little bit, and then I'll fix where the bat and the mitt are. Okay, does that feel a little bit better to look this way? Good, okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good, and let's do, I know it's kind of hard to do a big grin, so do just like a slight smile, and I'll do a horizontal one, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Oh my gosh, these are great. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna bring your sibling in and do their photos, and then I will call you back in. You just set the bat and the mitt there, and I'll take care of it. Have your sibling come on over. I'll do their pictures, and then we'll do the two of you together, the group photo. Okay? All right. You're a pleasure to work with. Thank you. Great. Okay. All right. So for you, we're going to be doing a couple of the same poses. I think the first, let me check my sheet. The first 2. And then we picked different ones for you because of course we don't want to do the same pictures as our sibling every time, right? Yeah. All right, let me back out of this one. And I'll just close things down. Sorry, I'm gonna take a sip of water. My mouth's getting a little dry. And that's kind of bad because I have to do this all day. So much talking. So you have longer hair, a little bit more to do here. And I need to bring up I just like to remind myself the numbers are next to the pictures. It helps me so I don't make a mistake. We wouldn't want to do that. So we're going to do pose 1 and 2 in the same fashion. Are you right or left-handed? You're also righty? Okay, cool. So yeah, you're gonna stand on the yellow feet. Great. Great. And I'm sorry, do I have that backwards? No, I don't. I don't think I do. Let's see. So here, I got the bat again. I have to take this off because I don't think we're doing this pose for you. Otherwise, I would do that first to get it out of the way. But let's do the usual one, so break the ice, huh? And did you want any of these done with mitts so there's like different? The sibling photo, and what else could we do with a mitt? We could swap out a mitt for, which ones are you doing? 6, 5. Okay, there is a mitt in pose 7 anyway. Yeah, the mitts don't get used as much as the baseball bats do, but I do like them to give some variation between, especially sibling photos, because they're going to be in the same house. So what we could do is we can do the bat photo, number 1, and then 2, the one that's the full body, we can have you actually holding the mitt instead down low as if you were going to get ready to pitch. Okay, we'll do that for 2 then. So let me put this mitt down. And do you still need the right mitt or do you need a left-handed mitt? Ah, okay, we threw a left-handed. Nice. Alrighty. So you've got the bat. Yep, okay. And we're gonna have you stand. Did you kind of see what we did before? Here, let me show you again. I know it's easy to be distracted in here. There's a lot of lights and stuff going on. So you're gonna be angled this way. We're gonna have the bat behind your head like this. And for my view, I may have to angle you a little bit more and we might have to tip or so, but we don't want the elbows to be stiff. Just relax them. And then we're going to put a little bit of an angle and you're going to turn your head to look at me, okay? Okay. So here's that. Go ahead and put that up however feels natural and I'll adjust if I need to, okay? Great. Okay. Yep, we're going to have you turn your shoulders a little bit more this way. So for you, the opposite. Just mirror what I do. I know it gets confusing when I turn one way. Everybody wants to do the same thing. Okay. Good. And then we're going to angle the bat there. Oh, you know what? Go ahead and put the bat down. I didn't fix your hair yet. I know everybody gets in a rush when they come here, so I just like to touch it up. Okay, so you have, I'm going to take it out real quick, this headband in. Very cute. I like the variation here. And I see you have a ponytail in. Do you mind just turning your head? I'll brush it out a little bit so it's fluffy. Nice and fluffy. And then, of course, there are flyaways. Everybody's got the little baby hairs and, you know, hair breakage. It happens. Let me, actually, I'm going to use a little bit of hairspray if that's okay. Yeah, it won't be too much. I'll do a spritz. So I'll cover your eyes. Just a spritz over the top. And then I'll go ahead and smooth that out. Sorry, I get in the flow of just taking the pictures, but normally I have an assistant help me pose. And today I'm doing the more private shoot and nobody was available to assist. So I've got to do all of the steps but remember them. So the more private shoot has a lot more involved in it. Checking everything twice. And making sure you look extra perfect. And that's just to kind of help smooth everything out so it didn't pull anything up. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of this as well, just for those baby hairs that don't want to go down. It's easier to place them with the little spoolie. So this is just for the stuff in the very, very front. You can't do fancy edges or anything, but I just like to make sure it's all nice, uniform. Great. This little piece here. And then I'm going to just brush it back. Try to catch any of those little ones. I know headbands don't catch those all the time. Okay, parents, do you mind if I actually do a little bit of water at the back? I can see that they have layers in their hair, and it kind of makes the little hairs stick up, the shorter ones. Okay, go ahead and turn your head again. I'm just going to do a little bit of water at the top of it. And let's see, I'll smooth it with this one again. So I'm going to hold the ponytail so it doesn't move. And we should not be seeing that at all. You're not doing the one where you're not facing me, right? I don't think so. I think you'll be fine. And if so, it'll dry by then. So, and if Photoshop is needed, we'll do it. So let's go ahead and put the blue back in. Do you like being on the same team as your sibling? I know, it's a little iffy, huh? I hope there's not too much fighting on the field. Okay, go ahead and put the bat back up. Good thing I caught that. Alright. So we'll angle it there. And relax the elbows, all nice and easy there. Good. And put a little bit more of an angle on the shoulder. Because I want to see just a little bit of the bat behind your head. So even push it up slightly, just a little bit. That's good. Okay. Just gonna see if I can smooth that down with my finger. Perfect. Okay. And then, let's see, can you bring this elbow out just a hair? Yeah, I don't really like it when, like, everything's kind of linear. I want a little bit of shape going on. It's just personal preference there. Okay. Get ready for the first one. Ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3, and smile big. Great. Okay, how about bring the bat up just a little bit more. Right there. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay. Supposed to, like I said, go ahead and set the bat down. Use the mitt this time. So stand on the feet, and you can be a little bit more stiff with the legs as how you would stand if you were going to bat. Want to be like in the serious, ready to go stance. Go ahead and put the mitt on. Show you how I want it. And you know, with the ball and the glove, just right at your waist. And we're gonna bend the elbows slightly, okay? Like we're not gonna put stick straight arms down. We want a little bit of something. There's gonna be angle, so it's good there. I may have you stand on the other feet for that. I'm thinking about it now because I'm lefty and just thinking about, yeah. Go ahead and swap to the other feet. You can go ahead and put this on too, just as you normally would. If you stick your finger out the back of it, I never did that, but if you stick your finger out the back of it, you can do that as well, whatever's comfortable there. So there's that for you. So you just have a little bit of variation between you both, huh? Okay. Yep, and hand in the mitt. Like I said, low, but not stick straight, low. A little bit of angle with the arms there. Okay, bring it up slightly. There you go. And you're gonna turn your head to look at me again. And you can do serious and you can do smiling, unless you want to do all smiling, I understand. You can do a serious one here? Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. And should we do smiling just to be sure? You will get to see them all before you purchase. Caught you off guard there, huh? Try that again. 1, 2, 3. Good. Perfect. So pose 6 then. Let me check. 6. Okay, the bat is going to go to the floor now, and you're going to put your hands on top of it. Let me get the home base here that we have. Okay, so I'm just going to have you lift your foot there. And yeah, I'll keep you on this angle. Lift your foot. And I'll just slide this under there like this. Okay. Go ahead and place your foot on top of that. Want a little bit of a bend to the knee on there. Okay. And hands on top of the bat. You're going to have the bat here. Let me show you. Foot's going to kind of be behind the bat like this, but we do want to see it, okay? Little bit. And angle your foot, turn it, heel out away. Okay, good. And then your other leg can be straighter, but don't stand like, you know, like stiff again. We just relax, relax. A little bit of a bend, of course, when you're just relaxing, just standing idly, you know. Good. Okay. But make sure that other knee is bent on the home plate. Good. And do you want any with your team hat on or just the bow? Okay, so we'll keep the bow on. Let me just fix again the little pieces that want to stand up. It's easier to try to catch this stuff before than have to go back and edit after. To keep it as natural as possible, because let me tell you a story. Let me go into a story. My family had pictures of me and my siblings taken before, not sports, but family pictures, and apparently there was a glare or something in my glasses in one of them, so they took the better of the two. They put my head onto my body from one of them to the other and removed my other head, and ever since then I was like, why didn't we just fix that when we took the picture? But so as a child, that scarred me, having my head put on my body somewhere else. But I don't know, it bothered me. So I just like to try to do this stuff beforehand so we don't have to do any weird photo science after, if we can avoid it, because it is noticeable to some people, as I did notice it. And then I was disturbed. So anyway, you're not here for stories, you're here for your pictures. So we have you all posed and ready. I know that one's more of a chill one. Can you angle your body just a little bit more to put that hip away from me? Good. And then with the arms, they don't need to be stiff on the bat or anything. Just relax the elbows just enough. Angle your head to look at me a little bit more there. Good. Okay. Camera shut off again. Of course it did. Ready? Yeah, I'd say probably do smiling for this one. It doesn't have to be a big smile, but like, you know, like you like the sport you play. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay, and let's do it again. Tip your head down a little bit. Good. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay, did you want the eye black stuff on you? We're doing pose 7 right now. Pose 10. Let me refresh myself. It's not in this file. Oh, yes, yes. Okay, yes. I think it would look good for those. Yeah? Perfect. Let me wipe it off again. Oh, be quiet, camera. It's just making that sound over and over, and we don't want to hear it. So, yeah, just relax with the bat. I'll fix it because we're going to be swinging it back up on the shoulder for these next ones. Actually, no, it's staying on the floor. We need the mitt for this next one. All right, look up for me. I'm just going to make the little block under the eye here. And this one. Right on your cheek. There we go. Perfect. You want to do the hat for this one? Okay, I think that's a good idea. Let me grab the hat. Okay, and we'll take the headband off. Smooth out, because I know removing the headband can move everything again. Smooth it out here on the top. Even though the hat will cover it. I don't want to create a mess. So I'll need to pull your ponytail through this. Let's go ahead and start putting it on. And then I'll pull your hair through the back. Okay, it's all out, and then let's fix it on the top here. Fix the shape of it. Okay, I think that's a good idea. I'm going to have to like do a little bit of an angle with the camera myself for this one, because you will kind of be looking down at me. It's not horrifically like down like this that'll make you look like you have a double chin, but it'll be enough to kind of, I don't know, show that you command the field. You know? Okay. So, the bat's already on the ground. You will be picking it up. It will just be hanging. So, here, let me show you. It's kind of hard to show you. But, hold it kind of like this. Just grab it however it feels natural to you when you're holding it down by your side like that, okay? And it will kind of rest, the back of it will rest on your elbow probably. So it'll be, again, I'm mirroring it for you. It'll be hanging down like this. Oh wait, no, we'll have to do it the other direction because we want the mitt on your right hand, right? Want to do it the right way? Okay, for the lefty. So we'll just do that bat on this side. Let's get you ready with that first. So remember, you're going to stand on those feet there. Good. I know it's a lot of back and forth. A lot of back and forth. Okay, put the bat comfortably behind you. It will be up off the ground, like I said. I will get a little of it in the picture, not the very top of it though. We just want to see it past your leg. So you're going to hold it where we can kind of see it past your leg. Good. And then you're going to put the mitt on your hand. Or wait, I'm still posing you the wrong way. Okay, put it in the other hand. There you go. You're going to do it the same way I'm doing it this time. Yep, same thing on that side. Great. And then you're going to go ahead and put your hand in the mitt, and this is just going to hang by your side, okay? There you go. Got it on good? Perfect. Okay, just let it hang. It's going to be kind of on your thigh there, where the bat's going to be behind your other thigh. Behind, but where we can see it. And then you're going to probably lean to the one leg a little bit. You don't need to pop out your knee on the other one. It just maybe a little bit. So you're all good there? Okay, let me see how it looks in the camera. And I will go down here a little bit, okay? So you'll just be kind of tipping to look down at me. Let's fix the hat brim there, it's a little off. Okay. So I'm just gonna go down here a little bit and then look at the lens. Yep, right here. Good, 1, 2, 3. That does hurt me. That's okay though. It was a clear photo, it wasn't blurry. Let's do one more though. So you did smile there. Do you want to do a series one? You're okay with that? Okay. Let's do it again. 1, 2. Tip your head a little bit. Look here. 1, 2, 3. Good. Good. Very good. Okay. Pose 10 now is the one, that's the one that's up on your shoulders. I was getting ahead of myself. So let me take the mitt from you. Give me 1 second. Okay, go ahead and slide it off. Good. And I'll have to incorporate the baseball or the softball in the group one because I feel like we need to showcase that a little bit more. So the bat, gonna show you again. You're gonna mirror me this time. So you're gonna hold it down here and then you can just have your hand rest on it. I will probably do a little bit of an angle for this one, just because this bat is kind of long. With the shorter bats, we do a little bit more straight on, but I might angle it and have you look at me kind of like this, okay? Okay, and you can, I have my knee popped out here. If you want to do that, you can. It'll be like another one that's the hip bones kind of up. So it'll put you on a little bit of an angle visually, even without seeing the leg, but if you'd rather stand straight up and down, that's fine. I just think it feels more comfortable and natural to do it with the leg out. So you're gonna mirror me again, so go ahead and take that there and swing it up on your shoulder when I get it to you there. Okay, good. And just naturally, I know it's like a longer bat. It's just my like prop bat. So yeah, so we'll just kind of, we'll keep the hand in the one place at the end of it, but I might move it a little bit because of, yeah, I'm gonna move your hand right here. And you can leave it open, you can kind of rest over the top, however it feels natural, because I know everybody's hands are different, so kind of that position can feel one way or the other to people. Good. Okay, and then we're going to angle you away from me a little bit there. Should fit in the frame nicely. And you can pop that leg out, like I said. Yep. It'll be this one for you. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yep. You can rotate your hips slightly more. Do you want the hat on? You want the headband, okay. Let's take this. Oops, sorry for bumping you. Stand as still as you can. We got you where we need you to be. That came off good. I'm gonna straighten you out. You're both doing so well and you're so patient. It's good. I'm going to do a little bit of hairspray again because we're putting the headband back in. Cover your eyes. And it should just brush out if you need to fix the ponytail after this for the game. Totally works for that. It's quite moldable. And if you keep brushing it, it'll brush right out. Just put that to the side. Oh, I had an idea for something, and then what did it, oh. It slipped my mind. I need to put the headband back on. I'm like, there's something I'm missing here. It's the headband. And then I'll just fluff up that bow a little bit. Okay, cute. So you did relax a little bit. Go ahead and angle away again. Opposite of me. Good. You've got an eyelash on your cheek. It happens. It wasn't in the other ones. It just happened there. Okay, you're all good. And this one you can do serious and smiling. I see serious faces more often for this one, but when you go to look at the proofs, you can pick which one you like better. Okay. Alrighty. Let's do this one. Horizontal. I'll do both, of course, but let's try. So we'll do serious, serious, smiling, smiling, okay? 1, 2, 3. Hold that. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay. And then let's do this again. So smile now. Great. Got you off guard there again. Sometimes I get better photos when you're like in the midst of thinking about it, because if I count down, then you're like, I gotta do it right now. But I like to catch people off guard sometimes. Okay, you're gonna smile again. I will count for you. 1, 2, 3. And of course, if you like the vertical more than the horizontal one I did, we can always crop the vertical one to be horizontal. Yeah. All right, so that is it for the individual ones. We have the one sibling one. turn that off while I do this. So there's two different versions of the back-to-back, but I'm going to combine them so that we get the ball and the mitt involved a little bit more. So come on over. I'll have you both stand here. You can ignore the feet on the ground. We might use the two front ones that are facing me just because, again, it gives you kind of a positioning. But don't acknowledge the stance of them, I guess. Let me bring up those and I can show you both what I mean so you can get an idea. You saw them when we were looking through the binder, but so yeah, so if you both look here, it's the back-to-back with the mitts. So one of you, I'm thinking, will hold the mitt and the other will do the bat. You're both righties with the bat, so I'll have you stand in the position kind of how we did the first photos, and we might angle you a little bit more because we need to get both of you in there instead of just one person. So let's see, how about because one of you is a lefty with the mitt and one of you is a righty. Let me see a little bit closer if they have a preference. Oh, it's not very big. Okay, so I'm thinking you were the righty with the mitt, right? Okay, I'm thinking I'm going to give you the glove so that way we can see kind of the netting on it instead of just the fingers of it. Get a little bit more of a dynamic look from that way. So if you could just go ahead and put that on, I'll position you guys in a second. Okay, and then like I said with the bat here, oh, I want to incorporate the, let me see what they have for that again. I want to put the ball in the picture. So if one of you has, sometimes we play with these stances and gotta kind of think about how they look. So go ahead and put the bat up on your shoulder. I'm wondering if I want you to hold the ball at your side. So we'll do one hand on the bat and the ball will be down lower. So you're both kind of doing something different, not too similar. Otherwise it would have been like two hands on the bat, two hands in the glove, you know. So we'll have the bat on your shoulder like this. If you could just mirror that for me. Be careful swinging it up there so we don't hit your sibling, okay? I know sometimes you probably do want to do that, but we're not going to do that here. Okay, so the ball then. Yep, you got it up there on your shoulder. One hand, good. Yep, you got it up there on your shoulder. One hand, good. Okay, I'll move it again. And then let's just keep the logos off of the ball. So if you could hold it down like this and just naturally holding it, not like purposely trying to show me the front of it or anything. Just naturally, if I have to move it, I'll move it, okay? So just down in the front, just so you've got it in the pictures, because all your other pictures otherwise mostly have a bat in them. Okay, yeah, it'll be memories you look back on, and then you'll be reminded of how I fought with the picture ideas over and over. Now, you'll look at them and think, oh wow, you know, a lot of thought was put into it, and you'll just remember all the fun times you had playing your sport. Okay, so let's move the bat a little bit. You're gonna do back to back, so not like straight on like this. I need your shoulders touching at least, and you need to both make like a V. I'll move you if I need to, but kind of like just angle yourselves like that, okay? Yeah, shoulders together towards me. Good, and then we're gonna bring your shoulders out here. I'll mess with the bat in a second. And then you're going to go a little bit more of an angle that way. Okay, and then, yep, put your hand in the glove and at your waist. Yeah, you can do a little bit of elbow. I can't remember which ones we did for who now, but a little bit of elbow sticking out there. And then we may have to relax this front one just slightly so we're not in front of this arm that has the ball. I want to get both of you there good. Okay, so the bat is going to go here. Want a little bit of it, but we don't want it to disappear back there when we move. Okay, good. And then, yeah, just the ball relaxing there. I'm going to turn it. Here, let me turn it. Okay, hold it like that. And relax again. Good, good, okay. And then the glove, let me see here. My pictures keep disappearing on me. All right. So do you feel comfortable with it being held down like that, or do you want to cross your arms and have it showing that way? Cross them? Okay. Yep, it'll be the same. That middle just be in the front, and then I'll turn it like that. Is that comfortable? I don't want to like manipulate your wrist to where it's uncomfortable. Good? Okay, just kind of keep it right there. Getting a nice look on that. Let me pick up the camera here and turn it back on. Both of your hair looks good. I'll fix this and then hat, fix that. Hair, fix that. And then do you want the ponytail kind of over the shoulder? If it looks too awkward coming to the front, I will put it over the other shoulder. Okay, let me see about that. Okay, yeah, not the front. Let's bring it around the back shoulder, and it'll just kind of be showing. Let me show you what it looks like that, but in the ponytail. It'll just be over it enough like that. Okay. Good. That's it. That is it. So again, I'll do a horizontal and a vertical. Vertical is probably going to be our best bet because of how low the ball is. Here we go. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and smile. Okay. Do you want to do serious for the both of them? Okay, can you just do your serious faces? Ready? Just real quick. Oh, bring the bat up slightly. Here. Right there. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Serious face. Serious face. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then keep the serious face on. Do vertical. 1, 2, 3. Let's try that one more time. Can you tip your chin down slightly? Thank you. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Serious. Good. And then we'll do the smiling one, and that'll be it. Okay. Ready? Smile. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. You both did wonderful. Thank you so much for coming in for your more personal, in-depth session for your sports pictures. It was so nice to meet you both, and I hope you have a good game today. Okay. Bye. You can just leave the props there. Yep, just set them on the floor. I'll pick them up for the next person. Okay, bye. Enjoy your game. Bye. These will be ready for you in like a week.